In this next lesson, I'm going to show you two deliberate errors which are going to help you understand how we can monitor and manage workflows. First of all, I'm going to go into the flow template with a script that we know works. I'm going to modify the script and deliberately break it. I have an if statement here, and I'm simply going to put a split in the statement that simply won't work. I'm going to save this, and of course I have an error, but I do want to save it anyway. And I'm going to save the flow, and I'm going to launch the flow. I'm going to put a name in here of script error test and send it on its way. Now this has been received by the flow server already and is being processed. I've received a for your information step, but I haven't received anything else. Here you can see in the flow junk mail items I have an error message for the step which I predicted would fail. If I look here, I can see that the flow server has encountered an error while processing a script. In fact, it even tells me what the error was. I'm going to go into this flow and look in more detail and see how I can monitor and resolve this problem. In the audit trail, I can see that it's come down the done step and done the for your information and milestone. I can see in the status that I have an error on the approval for calculation before step script has failed. Now here I have some choices. I can right mouse click, and with scripts I can force the script to complete with a success or with an exception status. I can re-execute it, or I can edit it. Now I know that there is a problem with the script, so I'm going to edit it and re-execute. Here you can see the flow script editor that we had before. Here we have the script that has its error in. Now remember, this script is per flow. Once you've started a flow, every object associated with the flow gets passed around with the flow. So the script, the forms, and document data are associated uniquely with each running flow. The template is used to generate these objects. So I'm going to fix this script, and it said that it's been saved for submittal. That means it's actually going to process this. Now I can look at the audit trail for the error that occurred before. Here you can see that the calculation step has now been executed correctly. Alternatively, when I'm looking at flows and it's not a script failure or script step, I can actually respond for the recipient, resend to recipient, or assign to an additional recipient. Let me show you what these look like. Any potential options available for response for the recipient can be selected. If I press OK, that would send my response on. If I want to resend it, that will simply resend it as a task or for your information to the appropriate user or users. Finally, I can use the standard to dialog box and pick a user to send this to. I can also add in some additional text.